Welcome to the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, where we bring you a weekly dose of powerlifting news, tips, and training advice with a touch of 80s rock ballads. This podcast is presented by Team Roar Powerlifting, your source of the most comprehensive coaching and meet day preparation. Here are your hosts, Josh Rohr and Lara Sturm.
Welcome to episode 228. How are you, Josh?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I did. I got some sort of bug or ate some bad food or something, and had a little upset stomach, or I could have just ate too much. I'm not sure.
I mean, could be that too.
Yeah,
that's what everybody does. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Yeah. How about you? How was yours?
It was good. I got to show up, not cook, and eat.
Awesome. That's that's the dream.
Didn't have to travel much. It was awesome. Yeah, I think there was some what was it? There was some line at like some Texas airport that I saw. I was just like, oh. So I was really grateful not to have to be in some kind of line like that.
Got it.
So,
I wasn't connecting the dots of where you were going there, but got it. Yeah. Agreed.
So what's going on in the powerlifting world?
Things. So this weekend's the Holiday Havoc. On Saturday, there's 38 lifters, and Sunday's the Rookie Rally. There's 32 lifters. Yeah, so both of those are happening at CrossFit DeVille in Lawrenceville, Georgia. So if you're not doing anything Saturday or Sunday, you can go check out a powerlifting meet.
Awesome.
Also, the Arnold invites went out to the pro lifters. I think it went out like the 28th or 29th of November, but registration opened for pros on December 1st, which was Monday at 5 p.m. But the important thing for everybody else is registrations opens for everybody else on Wednesday, December 3rd at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you are wanting to lift at the Arnold and you qualify, be ready at your keyboard at 5 p.m. because those events will likely sell out in a matter of minutes if they don't get filled up by the pro lifters first. So I would be ready and waiting at your computer at 4:55 p.m. Eastern, ready to go.
Right. Have your information right there with you. Make sure you're not trying to find your card number.
Exactly. Yep. So most of the meets, there's a minimum dots to enter. The open meet that basically, as long as you have a total, you can lift at is the Open and Masters Bench Bash. So if your goal has been to lift at the Arnold, essentially everybody can sign up for that as long as you've done a USAPL meet and achieved a total, aka a bench in a bench only meet or a total in a full power meet anytime between January 1st of 2025 and the meet filling up, which will probably be Wednesday, December 3rd at 5:05 p.m. Eastern. It'll probably be full. So that's kind of a open invitation for everybody that has ever wanted to lift at the Arnold. That's your chance.
Right. I mean, that's nice to highlight that because, I mean, it's a cool, like,
the freaking Arnold, man.
Item. Yeah, it's the Arnold. I mean, yes. Yeah.
So we announced the schedule a while back, and this didn't occur to me until I saw some people posting, but there is no equipped meet.
Oh, at the Arnold.
There's the Raw Challenge, there's the Masters Raw Challenge, the Open and Masters Bench Bash. That is a raw and equipped. And the Battle of the Regions is the top 6 lifters from each region, raw or equipped by dots. So that does have equipped as well. But there's no standalone. Like last year, there was the equipped Grand Prix that was the Masters and Open. And what are your first thoughts?
It's kind of a bummer, right? Like with equipped lifters, it's not presented at all. And Arnold, yeah, that's like, I don't think that's ever happened.
No, not to my knowledge. It's especially when the pro finals were there. I mean, it was big. It hasn't happened to my knowledge either. And coaching a lot of equipped lifters that were planning on lifting, like I just asked a few of them, like, "Hey, are you doing the Arnold this year?" And they're like, yeah, plan on it. And then when we start looking at the information, they're like, there actually is no opportunity to compete there.
Mm,
So
mm,
I was initially pissed. I thought it was very unfair that, especially if you talk about people that have pro cards, right? Like they get
right.
first right of refusal, and there's not even an avenue for the equipped pro lifters to compete in full power. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But then I started doing a little bit of research, and I looked at let's first of all put this into context. The Arnold is a showcase event with a lot of different sports, a lot of spectators that have no ties to powerlifting, no ties to anything. They're there for the
Mm,
show. And USA Powerlifting, for those that don't know, we don't have a multi-year contract with the Arnold. It's literally renewed after every year. We liked your show, we're going to bring you back. We liked your show, we're going to bring you back. So USA Powerlifting has to always put on a good show, right?
right.
And traditionally we do. We always do, right? But I started looking at the numbers in 2025, just looking at the Masters bench bash. There was only 8 out of the 39 lifters equipped. The open bench bash, and this is men and women total,
Right.
there was only 14 out of 36 lifters. Both of those I think are respectable, right? That's not terrible. And there is equipped for both of those in 2026. But then we look at the equipped Grand Prix, which was meant to showcase the very, very top equipped lifters, both in the open and masters division. And there were only 15 lifters that signed up total. That's men and women, masters and open combined, a total of 15 lifters. So that's a flight of 7 and a flight of 8.
Mhm.
And then looking at who actually signed up on the women's side, only the third place lifter from the 2024 finals in both the Open and Masters was the only pro finals lifter that actually entered. And on the
Mm,
Open men's side, the fourth and fifth place finisher from the pro finals the year before entered. And in the Masters men, there were no finalists that entered. So
mm,
a lot of the people complaining are the pro card holders from the equipped division, but none of them did the damn meet last year. So why have the meet if you're not going to sign up for it anyway and then bitch about it later? So I'm
right.
on team complain about it. Equipped lifters not getting a fair shake until I started looking at it and realized like if I'm USA Powerlifting, which I'm not anymore, I'm not on the board. We have to put in a show that people are going to want to watch,
Yeah.
and having a small meet like that with not even the top talent. I mean, everybody that was there was, I shouldn't say that, was top talent, but the elite of the elite, the ones that were in the pro finals, which that event was meant to showcase, didn't sign up. So
Right. Right.
so why would we do it a second year? I mean, so my plea to the equip lifters is show up at nationals, because nationals last year didn't have very many lifters either. People didn't come. So get equipped nationals back to 150 lifters and have some crazy battles, and then we can make an argument that we should have a spot at the Arnold. But until we do that, that's on us.
Yeah.
Like we didn't sign up. That's our own damn fault. So quit your bitching.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is when something gets removed from an event, it's kind of hard. You got to make a good justification to bring it back.
Yeah.
Um, but like
And I
you
think
just said,
so my thing is, if equipped nationals is, we'll say 100, if equipped nationals is below 100 lifters,
mm,
I can't make a case for putting it back in the Arnold when there's so many other lifters in other divisions that are having crazy head-to-head battles that are, again, we want to put on a show. We need to have
right,
that
top talent.
entertainment value. Yep.
Yeah.
And equipped lifting is to me way more entertaining, because there's so many more factors that can happen if the battles are there, if the talent is there, if the depth is there. But until that happens again, like I don't blame the organization for not putting it in there, because I mean 15 total lifters, open, masters,
Right.
men and
Right.
women combined, 15 total lifters signed up.
Yeah. And equipped has kind of been dwindling slowly over the years. Yeah. And when we talk about equipped nationals being so small, I don't know, it makes my heart break because I think a lot of raw lifters kind of, I don't know, they're still the probably looking down on equipped as in like oh, it does the work for you or something, and not understanding it. And man, it's just so cool. Equipped lifting is so cool.
So I still think 2025 is going to be the low point. I think that was the low point
Yeah,
for Equipped. I think it's going to bounce back and the numbers will grow. But, you know, one of the things that people were saying as to why they didn't do it last year is because the pro finals were in December and turnaround to March was a quick turnaround. But the world championships are in December and the Arnold is still in March. So like it's the same turnaround, but this year people are up in arms, which I get it. I'm up in arms too. Like I'm mad on both sides. Like I'm not mad on both sides, I guess. I'm mad as an equip lifter that and an equip lifter coach that wants our lifters to have an opportunity in the Arnold. But at the same time, like we might not have the Arnold if we put together another event that has 15 lifters and doesn't fill up and
right.
the Arnold says that wasn't what we were expecting from you. We're not going to have you back. So, I think the smart play is put events in there that are going to be competitive and fill up and put on have some entertainment value. And it's on us as equip lifters and coaches to get those numbers up at nationals and make a case for bringing it back to the Arnold next year. I don't think there's any other argument that can be made. Like we did it to ourselves.
Yep, I agree. Sad but true. And I also hate when you're right.
Yeah, I know that sucks. It's like burn, burn, burn.
Right? Yeah, it just makes it worse. But I was reading it ahead in our itinerary here, and I think this powerlifting situation that you put forth is kind of interesting and it's thought provoking. So let's dig
So
into
let
that.
me so let me ask you. Okay, here's the situation.
Oh,
At regionals, you get two white lights on your third squat. This breaks the state record, but you know it was high. Your coach confirmed it was high, and you frequently, as a lifter, post on social media about integrity and following the rules. Do you take the lift or do you go to the jury and protest your own lift?
boy, that is like I
Laura
don't.
Laura Strum, what do you do?
Laura Strom. Thank you for. I mean, I don't know that it would even occur to me to protest my own lift. I, yeah, boy, like, yeah, you want to be, if you post frequently on social media about integrity and following the rules, then you got to put your money where your mouth is. But if you got two white lights, then that's also something just that happens at meets. Like sometimes refs just see it kind of wrong, and you get that. And so getting that is kind of also part of the sport. It goes both ways. But do you protest your own lift? Oh,
Yeah, so the other intentional points in here is it breaks a state record. So you're
right.
taking away a record from somebody when you
Some
know it
from
wasn't,
somebody else. Right.
when you
Oh,
in your heart know it wasn't.
it'd be much worse if it was an American record.
So I
Um,
intentionally I intentionally put this was regionals with the implication that it could
oh,
theoretically
it's
be.
at regionals too.
Well,
God.
I intentionally put it as regionals so that the implication is that the side referees could have been state referees versus
Mm,
if it was an American record, it would have had to have been national referees. That
right.
is a bigger concern if that happens with national
Yeah, for
referees.
sure.
It's a concern in general, but anyway,
I guess
uh,
I would have a conversation with my coach to say, wait, I think that was high. Do I go protest it? So, as my coach, what would you tell me to do?
sit the down and shut up.
You'd be like, get over your integrity thing, sit down and shut up.
Yeah.
Because it does
Here's the
happen. I mean, it's a coin toss sometimes on how meets go, just based on how referees see things.
Yeah, so here's how I would actually handle this whole thing. I am never going to protest against my own lifter. That's a surefire way to get fired. Number two, I am going to approach the jury after the flight is done when it's too late to overturn my own lifters lift, but also just to let them know, like, hey, there was, and this is also assuming that there's been more than one bad call, and
Mm,
just be like, hey, look, the referees have not been judging this fairly. And I just want to make you aware that I'm aware as a coach that it even happened to one of my lifters. They got a gift, like it should have not happened, and then they can do what they will with it if they want to replace some of the referees or, have a chat with them or whatever. But that is the most fair way I can think to do that, because if I intervene right during third attempts, then it may theoretically affect the remaining third attempt lifters that are in that flight. At least bringing it up at the end of the flight, it's a new flight. It can be, if they're going to intervene, it's going to intervene for the whole flight.
mm,
But from the integrity standpoint, like this is I mean, this, I had to think about this, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, I still don't know in the moment exactly how I would handle that, because if there's here's the other thing. If there's a borderline lift that's like 2-1, and I'm like, if I wouldn't give it a white light, I still might go protest it, but I'm telling my lifter, like, because I'm advocating for my lifter as a coach. So if there's a chance it's going to get overturned, I'm going to the jury. But
mm,
behind closed doors, I'm telling them, like, you did not squat deep enough. And I think I think sometimes what happens is, and this is not, I guess, to toot anybody's horn or anything, but like sometimes well-known coaches, new referees sometimes will like give them a little bit more benefit of the doubt if they're newer referees, because, oh, it's so and so's lifter, they must have squatted deep enough because they always do. Well, no, they don't. Like, if they're high, they're
mm.
high. Don't you don't change how you judge a lifter based on who the coach is or based on who that lifter is. I mean, the rules are the rules. It's black and white. I mean, the only gray area is if you legitimately don't know if it's a good lift or not, you give them the benefit of the doubt and it's a white light. But if you know in your heart that the squat was high, it was really, really close, but it was not breaking parallel, you give it a red light. Like, so yeah, that's
Right.
yeah. So this actually has happened to me in a few different scenarios, but I'm making notes of who the referees were, and I'm sending emails to the state chairs and the national office about my experience with what happened. And I feel like it's a credible situation because my lifter was incorrectly given a white light. I think that holds a little bit more credibility when you're making an argument
Mm,
against the refereeing than, oh, my lifter got screwed, blah blah blah. Well,
right,
everybody has
right.
that sob story. But with a situation actually happened. Remember little Sam?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she was lifting at a meet in North Carolina years ago, and it was her third bench, and she came down and pressed and clearly did not wait for the press command. She got two white lights. One of the white lights was from the chief referee, and the chief referee gets out of his or her chair. I'm trying not to explicitly say who it was. And they came up to me and said, "Hey, just letting you know, your lifter did not wait for the press command. Next time it's going to be a red light." I lost my shit. I'm like, you don't give a white light if you know for a fact that it was an infraction.
Right.
And for you to get up out of your chair and tell me it was an infraction after giving a white light, you are a bad referee. And I said it to this person's face. I was so pissed. Like, yes, my lifter got the lift, but
Right.
that is
Right.
why that just can't happen. And yes, it
Right.
was a local meet. It was a new state referee, but so I
Right.
apologized after the fact, because, like, also a lifter, coach, spectators should never talk to a referee the way I did. But that pushed all my buttons at the right time.
I mean, that's why there's standards. It's either white or red. It's not a, hey, next time.
And why am I so bent out of shape? Because my lifter got the white light. Well, it's because I'm not just a coach. I'm not just a lifter. Like, I'm also, at the time, I was an administrator. I'm still a referee. I was a meet director. And your actions as a referee affect the reputation of the meet director, the reputation of the organization, all of these things. And, you know, that's a one in a one in a million like situation like that. That's not a common occurrence, but it still happened, and we need to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And that was my intention of my little confrontation, although it was not handled correctly. And I sincerely apologize for how I handled that. That was not handled correctly. But the the point I'm getting to here is like referees are human. They do make mistakes, but that was not a mistake. That was an intentional
Mm,
choice to give a white light knowing it was not a good lift, and that can never happen.
right.
Man, I'm hot right
Yeah.
now.
Boy.
Reliving the whole moment, and it benefited my lifter. Like that's the irony.
Right, right.
And Sam was a state referee also, so she knew. Like she even came off saying I didn't wait. Like she knew before the lights came on, and then it was a good lift, and we're both like
Really?
we're not even happy. We're like, what the hell? Like
Right.
it's just yeah. So
So, technical question for you, and I feel like I should know this because I used to be a ref. But so, say there was a jury watching the meet, right? And they see something that is clearly high, but yet it gets two white lights. Can the jury overturn?
there doesn't have to be a protest for the jury to intervene if
Hmm.
it's an outrageous like if it's a clear violation of the rules, they can
Hmm.
intervene at any point.
Uh,
That's the whole role of the jury. Yeah. So in that situation, like I doubt the jury intervenes because it was 2-1. So one referee is going to say it was good, or two referees are going to say it was good.
hmm,
But it's possible. I mean, if it's just crazy high, then I think they intervene. But like without a protest, in that situation, unless it's like
hmm,
super
hmm,
obvious, I don't see them. I
hmm,
don't see them doing that. So, so anyway, so my answer back to the original question, I would not do anything in the moment, but I would go approach the jury and
hmm,
after the flight was over, and also send some emails to the state chairs and if I knew the referees directly, I would have a more calm conversation with them as well. Even though it's not really my place as a because that's coming from I guess I'm not a member of the technical committee. I'm not a member of the executive committee. I'm not really in leadership. So like me approaching the referees is not, I guess that's kind of really not even appropriate. So it would depend on my relationship with them. Like if it was somebody I knew really well, then I would. If it was somebody that I didn't really know, I would just send the emails to the state chairs with the names and the situations and examples as I had
right,
it.
right.
Um,
I
and
think
that's
that
not to go ahead.
the part of this that kind of got me is you frequently post on social media about integrity because that irks the living crap out of me sometimes when somebody like always is like posting on social media about something, and then they do the opposite of that.
Yep.
Like it's a huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. It's a
Like
big pet peeve of
just
mine too.
don't post if you're gonna do whatever you want. Like just don't.
Yeah, and that was put in there just to kind of throw a few people off the scent, hopefully. But like to me, so here's the thing: the referees are the referees. They have the best view. So it's possible that the lifter thought it was high and the coach thought it was high, but my vantage point as a coach wasn't as good, and maybe it was good. So like there is that possibility. So I think you know going and protesting it against your own lifter, like yeah, you have to trust the referees, even though yes, referees do make mistakes. But to me, this is not an. To me, what I was trying to get people to bite on is if you don't go protest your own lift, you have no integrity, which is not true. That's what I was trying to make people think and feel,
Mhm.
and I don't believe that that's the case because it's not. The referees gave the lift a white light, so it's a good lift.
It's
Period.
just part
And
of the
so,
Josh Rohr mindfuck,
yeah,
basically.
welcome to the show.
Nice, yeah, because you're kind of a master at that.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what though, like this one, as somebody that wears multiple hats, this one does make me have to sit and think about it because, you know, if I'm not coaching, so I guess here's a curveball. If I'm not coaching a lifter and I'm a referee that just happens to be, there's no reason I would be there, but in the coach box where I can see do I go talk to the jury right away? I'm not going to protest the lift against the lifter that I'm not even coaching against or anything like that. If I am coaching against that lifter, then absolutely I will probably go to the jury and protest that should not have been a white light lift. Because that's a competitive, you know, advocating for my lifter. And as a coach, I think that's your 100% main role is advocating for your lifter. So protesting a lift that was high from an opponent is different than trying to take away your lifter's lift. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can obviously argue the integrity aspect. I mean, I think, I don't think anybody would be wrong to say that accepting the squat that was clearly high is a little bit of an integrity question mark. I can't
Mm,
argue against that, but as a coach, I don't feel guilty not protesting my own lifter ever. So there's that.
yeah, that makes sense. Right. Are you ready for the new lifter tip?
Yes, well, I think so. Man, I'm
You're
out of breath and tired now.
and you're hot behind the
Yeah,
collar. Is that the same? Hot behind the collar?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You're gonna have to read this because you whatever you wrote here, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Just read it and then we'll decipher it.
Oh, great. Okay. New lifter tip. Pro bench tip. Bar above wrist, wrist above elbows.
Yep. I can't make it any more clear than that. No, basically what this is referring to is when you're setting up for the bench, where you place the bar in the palm of your hand, you want the bar to still be above the wrist. So if you have your wrist way bent back, the bar needs to be lower in your hands so that it's still actually over the wrist. If you have it high in your hands, then the bar is actually an inch behind the center of the wrist, which is going to pull the wrist back, which then is going to cause the wrist bar and elbow not to be in aligned. And the strongest leverages are to have those joints stacked.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I just wasn't getting it from your notes, but
Yeah, that was
I'd agree
intentional.
with that. Just to throw me off. Thanks. Part of the
Yep.
Joshua mindfuck.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
nice.
So before we get to the songs, I just have
Okay.
a random side note. I got banned from a couple subcategories in Reddit. Um, I
Really? I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah, well, apparently
Banned.
I didn't either. Yeah, permanently banned. It's not even like oh, you're on
Oh,
suspension. It's just like a permanent ban. Apparently that's just like how it is. So I've been, I've had an account on Reddit for years. I never go on there ever. I don't know that I've ever gone on there, honestly. But anyway, I'm doing a free Zoom seminar on Wednesday night just for people that know nothing about powerlifting but want to learn more.
mhm.
So I just posted about it and a couple of these things like, hey, there's nothing to buy or anything. It's just, if anybody wants to learn about a little bit more about powerlifting because, people are asking all those questions. So just thought, good place to post
Right.
it. Well, apparently that's considered spam. And apparently in the rules, spam is a automatic lifetime ban. So there's like I think I got banned from like the power lift. No, I got banned from the power building subreddit and the power lifting subreddit and one other one that I didn't even know I posted in for that reason. So yeah, I'm no longer allowed to post or comment in those subreddits for the rest of my life, apparently.
Because you said that you were hosting a free event.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and
oh,
so the moderator of the
oh,
power building one sent me the email or sent me the message,
yeah.
and actually I'm just going to read it back. That would be more.
Hey, man, you can't do that. Now we banned you forever. Bye.
So the moderator of the subreddit of power building sent sent me. It was just an automated message saying, "Hello, you've been permanently banned from participating in blah 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 blah." Okay, anyway, so I wrote back, "Can I ask what rules were violated? Thanks." And they wrote back, "You need someone to tell you explicitly that posting spam gets you banned? Question mark. That's your actual question? Question mark." And then they blocked me, so I can't even message them back for further clarification. So whatever. I just think it's funny. I mean, it's whatever. I guess technically it's
Oh,
probably spam because it's advertising an event, I guess. I don't know. But whatever. I
yeah.
literally have spent zero time on Reddit until like last week. So no harm, no foul. Who cares?
Well, apparently now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Wow,
So
that's
that's just a
funny. That's
fun.
it's kind of like the HOA president type of thing, right? Like if you want to be an HOA president and you want to be that person that tells people that when they're in violation of that, like you get too much time in your hands.
I feel like that would be a good position for me when I retire. Like grumpy old man, get off my lawn,
Mm,
HOA president.
yeah, just
Problem is we don't have an HOA where we live, so I might have to like,
not a problem. It's a good thing.
yeah, I agree.
Gosh. But I mean, the problem is too, like when you don't have an HOA, like your neighbor can build a competition
Here we go.
paintball field and hold tournaments, because that's reasonable that when you move out to the country that might happen. But anyway,
All right, now
I
you're hot.
digress. Now I'm hot, yeah. But it has kind of stopped. So we came to an agreement that he could have like 4 or 5 events a year, and then he didn't end up doing it,
Hmm.
which I'm very thankful for because even those 4 or 5 events a year were going to be something that made me want to leave my house for the weekend since it's 500 feet from my front door. But you know, I'm grateful it didn't happen. So
So, how do you feel right now? Is your blood pressure up a few notches?
yeah, maybe because it's that thing again. That's the integrity thing. It's the who the fuck thinks that shit's okay. Like
Yeah.
that bothers me.
Yeah.
So I'll go off on a small tangent. So there's someone that Dan works with or has worked with. He doesn't work with them anymore in the tree industry, who all of his stuff talks about the Ranger Creed, the Ranger Creed, like Army Ranger Creed, like live the creed. And there's been a lot of times where he's really just kind of fucked people over or just not returned phone calls, ghosted, supposed to pay on a job, didn't, shit like that. And that shit bugs the crap out of me. So that's my tangent.
Gotcha.
And your little situation there kind of got me on that one too.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all agitated today.
Grr.
So let's come back to I guess a happy note. I got one other
Yes.
thing before we get to my Josh's lifting CD3. So we posted or we commented last week that John Russin, who was on a couple episodes ago, never got back to us about Bon Jovi. And that was one of the clips that posted on social media. So he actually messaged me. He's like, LOL, that's great. He's like, I do have an update for you. I'm like, all right, great. Don't break my heart, is what I wrote back. And then he wrote back, it's not Bon Jovi, but I did break out Simple Man for his deadlifts today. Had it on repeat. I'm like, okay, that that's good.
And you're like,
But I want I
it's
want
not
I want
what
answers on Bon Jovi. Like you had one job, Bon Jovi.
I think I also gave him a Slipknot song.
I think you did.
Yeah, right. And
I feel like he's an ex, like just like dragging us along.
that's reading into the situation a lot. But yeah, I mean, I totally feel dissed.
Whatever. All right, John. Last time I'm going to bring it up. I need you to answer the question about Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine.
So wait, what was the question? Can you deadlift more by lifting?
No, he's supposed to
Well,
lift. He was supposed to work out with that song and let me know
on
if it was a
repeat.
good training song
Oh,
or
okay,
not.
okay. Right. Okay.
It's pretty.
Explicit. This is
It was
explicit now.
it was pretty simple, man. See what I did there?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right.
enough of this
So,
shit. All right,
so John, you have 1 week. Don't fuck it
yeah,
up.
you have 1 week. All right, Josh is lifting CD3. We are going through these from high school, Josh's high school CDs. I
Wow.
gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed with this one for a couple reasons.
Really?
Some of these songs were also on the second CD. or the first CD. So this is like a few new songs, a few regurgitated songs. Like
Hmm.
High School Josh, I'm disappointed in you. But regardless, here's the songs. Number one, AC/DC Thunderstruck. Yeah.
I'm not disappointed with you. Yeah, I
Well,
think that one was actually on another one, but
yeah, I'm looking
you
now. It
redeem
was,
yourself with number two, Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil.
yes, I agree. I definitely redeemed myself. It's a great, and the thing is, it's a great CD, but like, if you have number one, two, and three, how are you how are you putting the repeat songs already? And we go up to what did I say, 12? There's 12 CDs or 13, something like that.
I think you
How am I
said nine,
repeating
but
how am I repeating songs already on number three? Man,
because you were trying to get the mix just right. That's the beauty of a mixtape, right? Like sometimes you make a mixtape and you're like, man, that song's so good, but it didn't quite pair that well with this song. So I'm going to get it right the next time. So I'm okay with you repeating songs as long as they're good songs and not like, I don't know, um, stupid songs.
so I will say the entirety of this is pretty dang good. Like the flow of it, I think I like, but like, yeah, I don't know. I have a problem repeating with the repeating. So in all honesty, this should have been number two, and in hindsight, number two just should not have existed.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, number three,
But
you've got
Godsmack Awake, which was also a repeat from the second CD.
God.
Number
And you
four, I know, whatever. Number four is Metallica Enter Sandman.
great
I
song.
think that's a must have, but it wasn't on one or two, so I mean that one is gets a thumbs up from 40-year-old Grumpy Josh. Number five, Godsmack Keep Away. That was also on CD number two. Number six was Guns N' Roses Welcome to the Jungle, also on CD number two. Number seven, Metallica Wherever I May Roam. Thumbs up there. That was a unique thought to have that song without being repeat. Number eight, Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, also on CD number two.
Oh, man. Yeah, you
There's
just
there's a bunch of them, right? It's like you read the song, you're like, yeah, great song. Oh, you already had it on a different playlist. Wah,
number
wah.
nine, though, Ozzy Osbourne, Over the Mountain.
Yeah, that's an
I
underrated
mean,
song.
that's an underrated song. That's a great song. And really,
Yeah,
I always said we never trained enough to listen to Ozzy
to Ozzy.
because,
Yeah, you're
you
probably
know,
right. Number 10, Quiet Riot, Bang Your Head.
number 11, The Final Countdown by Europe.
Yep. Dee-dee-dee.
I mean, I get it. It's
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
just, it seems like it should be the last song, though, to me.
Uh,
You know,
I don't know. See, it just depends what it does to you mentally. So like when I hear that song, it's like it's a sense of urgency because like if I'm getting ready to do a set or whatever, it's like this is the last one. This is like even if you have more to go. So it just creates that sense of urgency. So I don't know.
you know,
If it's the last song, it's like, well, I'm basically done anyway. What the heck? Who cares?
true.
Number 12, Judas Priest, You Got Another Thing Coming.
Great song.
Yep. Number 13 is Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, which unfortunately was also on CD number one. So that's shit, even though it's a great song.
And then you had Robert Tepper, No Easy Way Out. And I'm like, I know
Yep.
that I know that song.
That is the Rocky from Rocky
Ah,
Four. Yeah, yeah, Rocky Four. There's no easy way out.
okay.
Ding, ding. That's the one where he's driving, where he gets in the car and he's
Mm,
driving.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a great one. And then number 15 is Survivor, Burning Heart, also Rocky soundtrack.
Mm. Well, that's a good way
So
to end it right there.
yeah, yep.
Well, so did you still have lifting CD number four, or is that one missing?
Let's see. Number four is there, and then it goes to number eight, and then it
Mhm.
goes to number 10. And then I have and then I have a CD that just says good one. I have no idea what's on that. We're gonna explore that when we get to it.
Nice,
And then I have
nice.
a couple that say Josh Techno.
Man, I wish I had some of my old like mixtapes from like high school. That'd be so much fun to kind of go back and listen to that. I
So
mean,
I have actual mixtapes somewhere. I just don't know where. Like actual tapes. My
so,
parents probably have them at the house still.
yeah,
Yeah.
lost to
It,
history.
yeah, but that's all I know. Um, that's all I know.
And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. So, yeah, I guess thank you guys all for listening, and do follow us on Instagram at PL Ballads Podcast, and we are also on YouTube, PL Ballads Podcast, or you can just search Powerlifting and Power Ballads. Definitely like, subscribe, do all the things, and we appreciate you all listening. Later.
Yes. Bye now.
And just a friendly reminder, if you are looking for science-based powerlifting programming, look no further than the Team Roar training app. You can find the link to it in the episode description, and also get 25% off of your first month using discount code, all capital, PL Ballads Podcast. Happy training.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, please remember to subscribe and share it with your friends.